Hey, good evening, everyone there on Facebook land. I apologize for my lateness, but I had a few little technical difficulties, but I want to come forth to you tonight, just do a small, short, simple presentation. I am Ray Davis. Some of you know me out there in Facebook land. I'm an independent distributor with Inspire Network. Inspire Network is an amazing company that I was introduced to about a year ago. And I want to share with you my passion and what Inspire is really about. Our Now We Know campaign, in which we have an awareness for women and also for men, where we're educating each and every one about the hazards of traditional use as it relates to products in the feminine hygiene industry. I want to share with you not necessarily that in which a lot of you have seen over the several months, but our Cherish brand products and that of conventional use. But I want to share something in which I found out in the field. A lot of people, when I say, do you know what your sanitary napkins are made out of? Or have you ever heard about the Now We Know campaign? They may say yes, but they say, oh, I don't need those because I use organic. Well, what exactly is organic? Now, I have 3 samples of organic products. These 3 you can find in your health stores or your corner pharmacy and stores. This particular one right here, it comes from Germany. This, you can find that in the health store. These 2 brands are in one particular store on the corner. Now, I'm not going to name them, just like we don't name the name of the traditional brand, but you can always find them on a shelf nearby. So what I want to do first and quickly, like we do in our simulation between Cherish and conventional, I'm going to do the same thing with these organic brand. Now, one thing you will find out on organic boxes, they tell it all for you. They will say that it's perfume free and also chlorine free. That tells you that what you are wearing today in the conventional brand, something is up, something is wrong. So always do your own independent research. And I ask of you, do it and you'll be surprised. Not only surprised, but frustrated. Men, do the research for your wives. Do the research for your daughters. You too will find out that there's a lot of work to be done. Now, as I go through this presentation, let me just say I make no claims about our product. Just like that's on the shelves, these are medical devices. They don't treat, cure, or diagnose anything. It's just a device that you need, women, throughout that time of the month, throughout your feminine flow. So let's start. Let's say, doctors, when a woman is on her feminine flow daily, it will flow between 15 to 50 millimeters per day. Now, we're going to simulate that with water. I have green colored water, and we're going to simulate that. Again, ladies, as you know, if you're standing, laughing, coughing, you are flowing. So throughout this demonstration, as we do our paper towel test, we go pat, simulating that as you're pressing down, sitting while you're on your feminine flow. The first cup I have already done. And before I do that, we're not going to talk about why this is open because you're already seeing that. We'll talk about that at another time. But again, this is your leading traditional pad or conventional. I'm going to go ahead and lay this out for demonstration purposes. And as you can see, this is our conventional 10-hour absorbency pad. This is our Cherish brand. Cherish has 4 different brands. We got day, night, and overnight, and liners. This is our night brand. I just happen to have this. It's identified by the purple strip. We're going to open this up. And we're going to lay this out quickly. Again, as all my preachers say, I don't want to hold you long. It's not going to be long. But we just want to identify a few things and try to clear the air. Okay, so what we're going to do first is on the conventional, we're going to pour this 50 millimeters on the absorbency. Now, ladies, if you got the traditional at home, hey, if it's a 10-hour or 8-hour absorbency, do this at home. See if it lasts you 10 or 8 hours. Okay. We're going to take the same 50 millimeters But we're going to do a little bit more. Right about, I'll say about 80 millimeters, if you can see. And we're going to pour this on our Cherish premium dry pad. And we're going to come back to these two. To all my ladies and friends that already switched to Cherish out there, hello. How's everybody? Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to pour the same 50 millimeters on the organic brand that you can buy in the stores. They say they are made of 100% cotton. But we want to share something with you. This is the brand that's made overseas right here. And I hope everyone can see pretty good. We're going to pour this 50 millimeters on the overseas brand. You can buy it locally. It's all natural. It's organic. We're going to pour it on this all natural, organic. Okay, let's do another 50 millimeters. On your corner store brand, organic, all natural, cotton. Hope you can see. And we're simulating, lady, a daily flow. Hope everyone saw that. And on the third brand, again, your corner store brand, organic. So why is this demonstration so important? This is what Inspire is all about. It's about educating. It's about putting you in the know. It's for decades and decades and decades that women, you've been dealing with issues that relates to possibly the sanitary napkins in which you use. It's something that's been passed down from generations to great-great-great-grandma all the way down to mothers now to your daughters. They say young ladies as early as 8 years old are starting their feminine cycles. But the average age is about 12 years old. So this is what we want to do. We want to start now in educating our young ladies on the proper products that they should be using to keep them dry, to keep them comfortable. And if you put those two together, it equals healthy and safety. Okay. So what we want to do, first of all, is with the organics that you can buy at your neighborhood stores that are all cotton, it's all about absorbency. We take that overseas brand, and as you can see here, we're going to do the paper towel test. Ladies, if you're on your feminine flow, if you're standing again, you're flowing. But once you're sitting down, you are compressing. So let's compress this and see what happens. What you will find is, yes, it is all natural, but what happens? You are completely saturated. That's not a good feeling. And we'll talk more about that later. Your corner intersection brand, all natural. As you can see, when I was pouring, assimilating the flow onto it, it was completely running off. But what do we find? Completely saturation in the all natural, all cotton. All right, the third simulation. As you can see, I don't think there's a lot of absorption right there, but let's see. You don't even have to press. Completely saturated. So ladies out there, if this is what you're using, you're not dry, you're not comfortable. All this wetness and saturation, what happens is it brings about the insecurities that you feel throughout the day. Young ladies, students at school, college, what have you, there's the fear, the insecurity of you spotting, someone is seeing you, the young guys are picking at you. Ladies at work, coming through your pants, the leakages and things of that nature. Also, that's where the rashes may come about because of the sogginess. We're not even going to talk about the bacteria. Now, unlike the conventional brand and our Cherish brand, again, these are all natural. There's no absorbency there. There's no plastic lining or what have you. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to throw this away because as I just showed you, there's no dryness there. Now, we take the conventional brand, and ladies, again, I ask you, if you're still using this, try this at home. Pour something on your 10 or your 8-hour absorbency and in a couple minutes, see how long it's holding you. But also, I want you to see the nice, pretty blue design in there. That's no more than a dye strip. And if you're saturated and you're saturated and you got that top layer, once you sit down, that dye is doing nothing but coming right back into your bloodstream. We're going to stop right there on this presentation. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay, so we got the conventional and we got the Cherish all premium, all natural dry pad. So what we want to do, again, this was your 10-hour absorbency. Let's see how it does. Okay. Pressing. Pressing is simulating you sitting down after you have flowed. After you sit down, you're pressing, but then what happens? Again, saturation. Again, insecurities, rashes, bacteria. This is why you have to change so many times throughout the day, ladies. That's why you get 16, 18 in a package, because you have to keep changing. It doesn't keep you dry. 10 hours, but it has been what? A few minutes. Okay. Now, let's go to our Cherish Premium Dry Pad. And I'm going to move this a little bit closer so you can see. As we're pressing, simulating, what we find is the Cherish is what? At least 99% dry. 99% dry. As we're pressing, what do we find? We find dryness. As we're pressing, what do we find? Dryness. So in a nutshell, there is no comparison between our Cherish brand, conventional brand, whatever name you find on the shelf, also the organic brands. Ladies, when you see the Inspire distributor, if they're vending in a booth or what have you, and you say, I don't need that, I have organic. Yes, you do, but you got problems. What you need is our Cherish brand products. We have 4 different brands of our product. This is our day brand right here. I have the others farther away. I'm not going to grab them right now. But if you need Cherish, try it. Make the switch from the norm. You will be drier, you will be comfortable, and you'll be safe. As you all know, with our Cherish brand, we have negative ion benefits within our Cherish products and also nanosilver. Again, do your own research. Do your own independent research. Google, what are sanitary pads made out of? Also, Google the benefits of negative ions and also nanosilver. You'll be surprised. Fellas, let's get on the job. It's not a quiet subject anymore. Our women are suffering in silence. Our daughters are suffering. Let's find out what's going on. Let's get involved. If you need Cherish, you can contact me. My website is inspirenetwork.com/Ray Davis. Or you also can go to Buy Cherish 4, like the number 4, Buy Cherish Forever. Ladies, it is time for you to make the switch. Good night. Be encouraged, be inspired, and be cherished.